Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I wanted to share a delicious muffin recipe for the holiday season. We'll be making my cranberry orange jumbo muffins with streusel topping and orange glaze. And these muffins are as good as they sound. The texture is incredible. They're fluffy, moist, dotted with tons of fresh cranberries, lots of orange zest. I could totally imagine these for Christmas morning with a cup of hot coffee or tea or hot cocoa. Plus they are incredibly easy to make, so you can have them ready in no time. Then we'll start with a basic vanilla batter, fold in lots of fresh cranberries, lots of orange zest. We'll top the muffins with that simple butter streusel topping, and then once they're done baking, we'll make a simple orange zest glaze that's gonna add a little bit more of that orange flavor. These are a real treat for the holidays. Head on down into the video description box for the recipe link. I'll have all the details online, including metric measurements. Meanwhile, let's get started. Start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll need to zest 2 large oranges into 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And I like adding the orange zest to the flour, that way it doesn't clump and it doesn't sink to the bottom of the batter either. And then we'll use the orange juice with our wet ingredients. This orange zest smells so incredible. It's going to add lots of that orange flavor to the recipe. To the flour, I'm also going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of sea salt. You want to mix this all together, making sure that the orange zest gets well coated in the flour. Make sure also that it's not clumped together. And then we'll set the dry ingredients aside for now. We'll need half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. So grab the oranges that you zested earlier and just squeeze in that juice into a measuring cup. Fresh orange juice always has the most amount of flavor. Pour your freshly squeezed orange juice into a large mixing bowl. Add 1 cup of melted unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, one cup of sour cream or thick Greek yogurt, 1½ cups of white granulated sugar, and 4 large eggs at room temperature. Add in the eggs, and then you can use either a hand mixer or a regular whisk to mix everything together. You want the eggs to be well beaten. Next, add in those dry ingredients that we prepared earlier, and mix in the dry ingredients just until they're well combined and no clumps remain. Now we're ready for our last ingredient, the cranberries. We'll need 3 cups of fresh cranberries. If you are using frozen ones, make sure to thaw them completely beforehand. You never want to use frozen berries or frozen fruit in your batter. It will slow down the baking process and it will cause the muffins to bake unevenly. I like to use some whole cranberries and some sliced ones for a little bit more color in the muffins. I'm going to save some of these sliced cranberries for topping. Then use a spatula and mix everything together. I'm gonna make sure that the cranberries are well incorporated and you have like an even distribution of the berries. Line your muffin tins with paper liners. And I get these jumbo size liners on Amazon. I'll link them down below. Grab a little measuring scoop, and we're going to fill up our muffin tins to about 3/4 of the way full. For the streusel topping, we'll need a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Combine that with a 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar and 2 tablespoons of cold butter. I just took this out of the fridge. You can use either a pastry blender or 2 large forks. We need to break the flour and the butter together. Do this until you have this crumbly mixture of the flour and butter. This is really quick and easy to do and adds something a little extra and special to the muffins. And add in a tablespoon of cream to kind of bring everything together. And then add a little bit of that streusel topping on top of each muffin. And you can add some extra cranberries on the top. These incredible cranberry orange muffins are ready for the oven. They'll bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 26 to 28 minutes until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. While these are baking, I'm going to show you how to make an easy orange zest glaze that you could drizzle over the top of these to add even more of that incredible orange flavor. For the glaze, we'll start with 1 cup of powdered sugar in a large mixing bowl. And we'll need a little bit of orange zest. I usually do about a tablespoon of orange zest. Next, add 3 to 4 tablespoons of cream or half and half. And you can adjust that amount depending on how thick or thin you want the glaze to be. These muffins look incredible. I'm going to drizzle some of this orange glaze over the top. Oh, doesn't this look amazing? It's got a little bit more of that orange flavor. Let's cut into one of these incredible muffins so we can see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, can't wait to enjoy these. Check these out on the inside. I wish you could smell the aroma of these cranberry orange muffins through your screens. It smells like the most delicious Christmas morning. These muffins turned out incredible. Let's dig in to try one. I'm gonna use this one that I cut open. I mean, check out all those cranberries on the inside. That is exactly what I love. Oh, and you can actually see bits of lemon zest in there too. These are too good, dangerously delicious. Not only are these muffins incredibly delicious, but they also have that like perfect muffin-y texture. If you've had Costco muffins before, you know what I'm talking about. These muffins have that perfect Costco muffin texture. They're moist, they're delicate, they melt into your mouth. I love the tart cranberries that are dotted on the inside. You have lots of that incredible lemon zest flavor coming through. The streusel topping is incredible, and then you have a little bit of that orange zest. You cannot ask for a better muffin for the holiday season. Head on down into that video description box for the recipe link. I'm going to have all the details online, including metric measurements and more cranberry orange recipes for you to try this holiday season. Thank you so much for watching my latest episode, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.